A lot of times when you're fishing these grass flats here around Florida, we got the lovely little creature called the pinfish, also the puffer fish. And a lot of times that vibrating tail, that shad tail, that's supposed to be on this bait, when you get it back, it's gone, because them little buggers have been chipping away at it. Strike King's got a great bait out. This is the Redfish Magic Glass Minnow, and it's made out of an Elastec material, and you can see how stretchy it is. So I'm gonna switch to one of these so I stop losing all my tails on my baits. One of the keys to making this work really, really well is because it's Elastec and it's pretty tough, it's better if you put a little bit of super glue right on the jig head where the bait and the jig head meet. And that'll help it stay on there really, really well. And this bait here is really tough. You get a lot of fish on one bait. Save you some time and some energy when the pinfish and the blowfish are tough.
Is it a trout or a...
Yeah, it's a trout. Why you gotta call my fish Little Eyes?
All right, it's a nice trout.
It's a monster, I tell you.
It's a fish and he stayed on.
Yeah, you might
my knot hasn't come undone yet.
You might actually land him.
That's a nice trout, Michael.
Yeah, it's a nice trout. Not a bad fish. There's the old Redfish Magic Glass Minnow happening right there. Get my hands wet here in case we gotta handle them a little bit. Yeah, there we go. Nice little trout here. Woo!
Oh, nice fish, Mike.
Another trout.
Need some help or you got him?
I got him.
All right, well, you go, big guy.
You want the magic of the Redfish Magic Glass Minnow.
You need to tell him it's named Redfish Magic. He's not supposed to be on it. That's trout magic.
I know it. You know, that Elastec product,
It just lasts.
well, it lasts so long, but it's got
You can
so much.
stretch it, can't you?
It's got so much wiggle in it, so the action on this tail gets crazy. See that action on the tail? That's what it's all about right there. That action gives off that vibration in the water, and they just can't help themselves.
You gotta love the wind knots, huh?
The key to getting out the wind knots is to not go all crazy on them. Pull on them real lightly, and normally, not always, but normally, you can kind of work the wind knot out without having to cut it out and retie.
9 out of 10 times.
Yeah, especially if you get in there right away and don't
cinch it.
Yeah, don't cinch it down too tight. You can usually work its way out.
20 years ago, when I first started fishing, all we did was throw artificials. And they didn't make saltwater plastic.
And a lot of people are like, well, it says fresh water on it, I can't use it to catch these fish. But you know what? That's exactly what we're doing. If you look at a snook, anything you can catch a bass on, you can catch a snook, whether it be a buzz bait, top water, jig, whatever. Don't you think, Mike?
That's one of the best baits right there that I've used. That KVD Swimming Caffeine Shad has been incredible. And there's a lot of baits on the market just like that. You really need to look at the bait and the way it's designed.
Right.
And you see how much of it crosses over so easily.
Oh yeah, there's no, anything that a bass would eat, a snook or a trout or a redfish will eat.
Right.
Even from a buzz bait to a spinner bait.
Yeah, the spinner baits work really good too.
Oh, exactly.
But, just because you're going through your tackle shop and you're looking, and all of a sudden you see something that you're like, man, that looks good, but it says bass. Well, doesn't mean you can't buy it and use it in salt water.
You know, one of my favorite cartoons of all was a BC cartoon at the bait shop, at the fly shop. And the guy says, will this really catch fish? And the owner of the shop's like, who cares, it caught you, And throwing artificials, I've heard Michael say this time and time again, is 90% confidence. Yeah, And right now he's pretty confident.
We found some trout in some deep water here.
I think that one's a little bigger, isn't he? He's
about the same size.
Little fella.
Yep.
I like catching trout.
I just like it because
and they are so pretty.
They're beautiful fish. The nice part about that Redfish Magic Glass Minnow, that Elastec product, is it's super, super tough. And once you put one on, you can basically fish it almost all day long. Unless you get a mackerel or something crazy bites it, stop. I'm gonna let you go, bud. But again, super tough bait. Super tough. You can just keep casting it all day long. Works really good too, and a lot of great colors.
Let's
power pole up.
power pole up. we're gonna go over here and
Go over there and catch that tarpon.
Throw over this
We'll go over
tarpon a
there and
couple times
we'll go over there
and
and
go
jump
out and
that
get out of here.